Hi, welcome to 3 off the tee. My name's Martin and we're here at the Cromwell Course at the British Par 3 Championships being held at Nailcote Hall near Coventry. I'm going to take you on a hole by hole guide to the course. So without further ado, let's crack on and see what faces the players. So here we are, the first hole on the Cromwell Course at the British Par 3 Championship. It's called the Warren and measures 116 yards. Now, when I turn the camera around and show you the shot that the players are going to face, you'll see that it's quite an intimidating tee shot. There's a deep bunker to the left and another one to the right and one at the back of the green. But there's also going to be crowds both sides of the hole. You're going to be playing with a celebrity or a famous professional, so you're going to be nervous. Let's see what you can do. So here we are, this is what the players are going to face on the first hole at the Cromwell Course at the British Par 3 Championships. Apologies for the noise in the background, it's the Monday and the celebrity event kicks off tomorrow, so there's a lot of preparation going on. Anyway, having said that, this is the first hole. It's 116 yards to a raised green. There's the deep bunkers that I spoke about, left and right, and one at the back. This is going to be lined with people tomorrow. There's going to be people left and right, and as you can see, it's already a very narrow tee shot, but with the crowds here as well, it's going to be a tight avenue to get your ball down. If you miss the green either side and don't go in the bunkers, you're going to be faced with a very tough up and down. But let's go up to the green and I'll show you just how tricky these greens are on the Cromwell Course. Right, we're on the second hole. It's called Roddy's Bank and measures 114 yards. You survived the nerves on the first hole and you can settle into your round. Last year, a junior golfer called Will Bailey made a hole-in-one here and was followed straight into the hole by his playing partner Pavan Sagu. So there were two hole-in-ones here. The strange thing was that Will had already aced the first, so he started his round 1-1. As I say, it measures 114 yards. There's a deep pond at the front of the green and two bunkers left and right. This is the only hole on the course that has a backstop, so if you do go a little bit long, the slope may help bring the ball back to the hole. Let me show you for the tee what the green looks like and what the hole plays like. So we're standing on the tee on the second hole and this is what the players face. There is a backstop and a bank at the back of the green where the white hoarding is, so anything slightly long on this hole might hit the slope and come back. What you can't quite see from the tee is the big pond guard in the front of the hole. Anything just short of the hole or the front portion of the green will spin back into the water, so you have to make sure you find the heart of the green. There's bunkers to the left and to the right as well, so a really tricky second hole. Let's go up to the green and see what the putting surface looks like. Here we are by the green on the second hole. This is the pond I was telling you about that you can't quite see from the tee, and they're the two bunkers that guard this hole. There is a slight runoff area both to the left and to the right, so if you do miss the green on those sides of the green, the ball will run off and back towards the bunkers. There is a back slope where the white hoarding is. There's a little mound. It's the only hole on the course that does have a mound behind the green. And so if you are a little bit long, there is a chance that the ball can come back off the slope and onto the putting surface. As many of the greens here do, it slopes from front to back, and this one is a little bit from right to left as well. So you need to make sure you clear the water, try and find the centre of the green, and you won't be far away from the cup. There's been holes in ones here and there's been plenty of birdies, and it's a good scoring opportunity. Let's move on to the next hole. We're on the third hole here at Nailcote Hall. It's called Woozy's Pond, named after the Masters champion and Ryder Cup captain in Woosnam. It measures 133 yards and there's danger in front of this hole with a large pond, and there are bunkers to the left and to the right. So we're on the tee, we'll show you the hole from the tee and then we'll walk down to the green. As you can see, pond to the front of the hole, and as I said in the introduction, bunkers left and right. As you can tell, there's also a railway line adjacent, and that's out of bounds. So it's a very tight tee shot. You have to clear the water and the green slopes from back to front. Let's get down to the putting surface and we can talk about it from there. So here's the green on the third hole, Woozy's Pond. It slopes from back to front with the two bunkers to the left and the right. The biggest thing the players are going to have to do here is control their spin, because anything pitching at the front of the green and spinning will whirl back into the water. You want to avoid both bunkers because they're deep and there's not very much green to play with. So it's really important the players get the right yardage and control their spin if they want to make par here. So we've reached the fourth hole here on the Cromwell Course. It's called Shrimp's Isle, and it's named after the Solheim captain Alison Nichols. It's the shortest hole on the course and only measures 95 yards, but it's fraught with danger. 2005 US Open champion Michael Campbell reckons it's one of the hardest par 3s he's ever played. So let's have a look at it. So, as you can see, Shrimp's Isle, shortest hole, but very, very tight. Again, we've got the railway line to the left out of bounds, and it's only a narrow gap between the bushes and the trees to the green, and the green itself is protected by a ring of bunkers. At the back, where the TV tower is, it's out of bounds, so you daren't go long. It's a very short hole, but again, it's all about club selection and putting it on the right part of the green. Let's go and have a look at the putting surface. So here's the putting green at Shrimp's Isle. As I say, it only measures 95 yards, but it's a very, very small target, and it's a two-tiered green. So there's a tier here at the front. The flag today is just on the top of the first level, and then there's a back level as well. Over the back where the fence is out of bounds, and you may be able to see some of the bunkers around the green. Again, these are deep and you don't really want to be in them because there's no green to work with, and it's a very difficult up and down. Only 95 yards, but if you make par here, you get out of town as soon as you can. The fifth hole on the Cromwell Course is called Needle's Eye, and the player has to thread his tee shot between two mature trees. There's a deep bunker at the front of this hole and bunkers to the left and to the right, and the green tilts from right to left. Again, it's a hole that demands a degree of accuracy and the right club selection. Let me show you it from the tee to the green, and then we'll go up to the green complex and we can discuss it more in depth there. As you can see, the two trees make it very difficult to access this green. There's a very deep bunker at the front, and as I said in the intro, the green tilts from right to left as we look at it, and the slope is quite severe. So as we're looking at it at the moment, if you're on that top left hand section putting down to where the flag is now, you're going to be faced with a very, very quick putt. Get it on the right part of the green and it's a birdie chance, but miss it in the wrong part and you've got a very tricky two putt. Let's go up to the green and have a look at just how much it slopes. Right. Here we are at the green on Needle's Eye, the fifth hole. As I said from the tee, this is the bunker you want to avoid. You can probably get an idea of just how big the face is, and it's very difficult to splash out and keep it close. The green slopes from back to front and from right to left as you look at it. So you need to put the ball in the right place. If you're in the wrong part of the slope, it's going to be very difficult to get the ball to the hole and stop it there. It will run away, and three putts here are very common. The two bunkers at the back are to be avoided. Again, they're very deep. There's not very much room to work with, and anything coming out of the bunkers may not hold the slope and will run away from the hole. So a tricky hole here. The tee shot in particular has to be accurate to get through the trees, and when you hit the green, your job's not done. Thank you for watching the first part of this guide to the Cromwell Course. Join me again soon for part 2.